It's time to get the negative people out of your life for good.
You're gonna rise.
When I was getting into high school, I remember all of a sudden I was seeing the different people I could hang out with. I had just started skateboarding at the end of grade 8, so this was my freshman year, grade 9, and I'm hanging out with all these skaters and all these different dudes. And all of a sudden, first of all, I'm hanging out with this new crew of skaters, right? But then I gotta decide, like, who are the positive guys? Who are the guys that actually want to skate, as opposed to the dudes that just want to skate and then go get drunk and do drugs? And I remember it came to a point where I'm skating with all these certain dudes, and some of my friends that were really close, and all we would do is skate. But then all of a sudden, all this drugs and alcohol stuff started to kind of show up. And I saw my friend, he was like, "Hey dude, we're gonna go hang out with these guys," because I saw them influencing him, and he'd go and hang out with them. And I remember I went and hung out with them like maybe once or twice, and I was just like, that's not my crew. That's not my crew, man. I'm not gonna, go down. I don't want to do that. I want to hang out with guys that just want to skate. You know what I'm saying? And so I watched myself lose one friend, right? And this is like grade 9, grade 10. And then I think it was at maybe the end of grade 10 or so, I'm hanging out with this one group, and it was just like skateboarding, maybe a little bit of alcohol, whatever. I still wasn't really getting into any of that stuff because it just wasn't the thing for me. And then finally, all of a sudden, they're getting into drugs, they're getting into alcohol. And I remember it was just like maybe like one or two friends that still weren't really into that and just wanted to skate. And so of course, I'm latching on to that. But it came to a point where it's just like, I don't want to ruin my life. I don't want to be around negative people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to screw up my life. And I realized like who I rub shoulders with is going to affect me. I remember one friend gave me some really bad advice to go into a relationship that really messed me up for many years, because I was hanging around a certain group of people that think a certain way, and if you think a certain way, they're gonna act a certain way, and when they act a certain way, they start to get certain things showing up in their life that I didn't want. I didn't want STDs. I didn't want to get a girl pregnant, okay? Not until I'm married, when I'm ready to have children, you know what I'm saying? But this went on all through high school, right? But then it came time when I'm getting older, and whether I'm in a band or whether I'm in business or at work, when I had my 9-to-5 job, if you keep hanging around negative people, like it wasn't so much like the drugs and the stuff then, it was just like, do you think positively? Like, are you trying to chase your dreams? Or all you want to do is complain about the man, complain about taxes, complain about what you don't have and what you're not achieving, or complain about your spouse, and all you do is complain. You gotta cut those people off. You need to cut negative people out of your life, because they are a poison, not only for your body, but for your mentality and for your dreams. And you gotta think about who it is you are going to hang out with. The statement is true. Let me tell you, it's true. The statement, who you hang out with and what books you read. Show me the books you read and the people you hang out with, and I'll show you your life in the future. Okay? Because let me tell you, the negative people, the people that don't want to do anything, first of all, they're not even reading any books. They're not trying to grow. They're not trying to learn. Their education stopped right after high school or right after college. Me? I've spent more money on my brain outside of college than I have when I went to college. I went to a community college. Okay? It was about an $8,000 community college thing that I went to for computer training, which I was actually blessed with who's like my father figure, okay? But I've spent way more than that on this brain outside of that, because learning and growth is something I want to continue to do. I don't want to stop growing. I don't want to stop learning. I want to keep achieving great things and making an impact on this world. And if you're watching this, I'm sure you do too. So you got to find some people who are like-minded, and you're not getting influenced by negative haters, pessimistic people. I even had a coach I had to fire once because he was so pessimistic. All right, I've fired managers that were pessimistic because they wouldn't dream. They could only see the glass, half empty. They couldn't see it half full. They couldn't see the potential, the possibility, the dream. So they never made it a vision. They never set goals. They never took action on that goals, and they wonder why they got fired. Okay? But I want to tell you, fire those negative people, those haters, those pessimists out of your life. I don't even care if the people you go to church with. Okay? I don't care if they're really friendly people, family members. You need to cut off the negative people out of your life, because it's not going to help you get where you want to be. Find some new friends. pray that God will send some good people. Sometimes you gotta search for mentors. You gotta find people by going to events. Some of the most coolest people I've met were online, and I met them at a conference and ended up becoming, really close best friends with people. So it can happen, but you gotta search for it. Sometimes you gotta find your mentors in books, you find your mentors on YouTube, then you end up going to a conference, a show, you meet them, you connect, you build, you meet like-minded people, and you keep growing, my friend. Hope that inspired you today. I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits.
Yo, sometimes I don't even wanna leave my house. These fake fears wrestle me to the flipping ground. I'm not scared of dying, maybe scared of failing, so I stop trying, evil thoughts stop prevailing. There's a devil up there seeking to take me out. I see him in my nightmares when I scream and shout. Even though it's a dream, it sure feels real. I know I got an angel watching in the red near. In the midst of triumph seems there's a tragedy. I know I've won even though they wanna battle me adamantly. Down on my knees, pray fervently, white hot, never stop till I'm in the heavenlies. So beautiful, so powerful, so wonderful, undeniable. You are. So beautiful, so powerful, omnipotent, undeniable.